Hi everyone, it's Landa from Simply Crochet. Thank you all for being here today, and I have a wonderful, easy beginner pattern to show you to include the puff stitch and the shell stitch combined. And it, it's just a nice textured stitch for blankets. And we will begin using multiple of 4 chains. And after doing your multiple of 4 chains, you will then add 6 more chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, for our first row here, we will begin with our puff stitch. And so in the second chain from the hook, you will insert and do a single crochet. Then you will do 4 chains, and then our puff stitch is yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, pull up a loop, and keep those loops on your hook, yarn over in the same stitch, pull up a loop, keeping those loops on your hook, and do that tension loosely, yarn over, insert your hook, bring up a loop. Now you should have 7 loops on your hook. You will yarn over and go through all 7 loops. And that is our puff stitch. And now we will skip 3 chains. And then in that next one, we will again do our puff stitch, which is a repeat across this row. Single crochet, chain 4, oops, that's a chain 4. So let's do one more here. And then our puff stitch. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, keeping all those loops on your hook until you have 7 loops, and then yarning over and going through all 7. And again, this is a repeat all the way across, skipping 3 chains and then a puff stitch. And I will meet you at the end. Okay, we are at the end of this row, and you should have 4 chains left. You will skip 3 chains and do a single crochet in that last stitch, and that completes this row. Now we turn our work, and you will chain 3, and this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet for this row. And now you will do 1 double crochet in that same stitch right below the chain 3. Okay, now this is our row 2 of shell stitches, and you will be doing a shell of 4 double crochets in the single crochet. And by turning your work here, you can locate that single crochet on the other side. That's just to give you a visual. You can just see that single crochet, and you will do your 4 double crochets in every single crochet across this row. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you just jump over that chain space and right into the next single crochet. You'll do 4 double crochets. It's very easily to eye this. You don't have to be counting too many stitches along the way. I love this go-to pattern. It works up pretty quickly once you do this 2-row repeat. So you have your shell stitches of double crochet, and now you're at the last. You're going to skip over the chain space, and then you're going to do a double crochet. You're going to do 3 double crochets in that last stitch. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And that completes row 2. Looks very pretty. It's a really nice textured. Okay, you're going to turn your work and chain 1. Now we're going to do our puff stitches again, beginning in the first stitch. You're going to do a single crochet, chain 4, and then our puff stitch, all in that same stitch. So again, this is our puff stitch. You're going to yarn over, continuing to keep those loops on your hook until you have 7 loops, and then going all the way through. Now here is where you kind of need to count at the beginning until you get used to where the next puff stitches are going to go. And you're going to look at that 4 double crochet group, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will be doing your next puff stitch in the top of the second double crochet. So you're actually skipping all the way to that second double crochet. So you will do your single crochet, chain 4, and a puff stitch, all in that one stitch. Just yarn over and doing that puff stitch. So again, you're going to just skip over to the, so you are skipping 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then at the top of that second double crochet of that crochet group, you will do your next puff stitch. So single crochet, oops, chain 4, and your puff. Yarn over, bring up a loop, yarn over again, keep that tension loose. Yarn over, 7 loops, yarn over and go through all. So again, you just jump on over to that the top of that second double crochet of the 4 double crochet group. Once you get a few rows done, you can just eye that and then do your puff stitch. So that's row 3. Now you're at the end of the row. You're going to skip over and you're going to skip over the stitches until you go to your last stitch and do 1 single crochet. And that is our nice pattern of puff stitches and shell stitches. So you can see here I did a few more rows. You can see the texture is so pretty. Great for any project, blankets, scarves, shawls, any clothing. You can finish it off with an edge or do a puff stitch at the top to match the bottom. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it very helpful. If you like this, please do a thumbs up, share the video, and if you're a new viewer, please subscribe to Simply Crochet with Landa. I appreciate all of you tuning in and staying till the end of the tutorial.